Dark Mirror Reviews and Playthroughs.
Resident Evil 2.
Right, let's try this again. Right, so once again we're looking at a game that is nearly 30 years old, looking at how it still remains one of the best survival horror games to date. Yes, it's got its cheesiness and it's got its charm. It isn't overall as terrifying as other games like Silent Hill, but it is definitely a benchmark in the survival horror genre. Definitely one of the defining games that set the survival horror genre. Now, you know what? It's been so long since I actually played, I can't actually recall what I am doing right now. I believe we made our way into the sewers. Let's take a look at the map here and see where we are. Sewage disposal area, yep. Down all around, right. So we're definitely going to need these items soon. I'm not going to take all of these keys just yet. But I will take some mixed herbs just in case. You never know. You never know when they're going to come in handy. Be prepared, right? Alright, so where are we going to? Right, so this seems like the place where I believe Sherry climbed up and over, maybe? And this is where the dogs were? Nope, this is not looking at all like everything I was expecting. Right, but this does look like a panel to release the lock, and there are descriptions for the plugs. King, Rook, Bishop, and Knight. And guess what we just left behind us? 3 of those 4 plugs. Now, of course, I don't know why we have chest-shaped. Well, I mean, there is an actual in-game reason. Long loading set. Hello! Right. Ada does not give any shits. She's like, yep, and? Leon trying to be charming there.
I think if you get upstairs through this shaft, give me a boost. I'll go and check.
And I think this might be... Oop. Where she runs into Sherry. Alright, cool.
Lucky. That little girl must have dropped this. I think I'll hold on to it for her.
That sounds scheming to me. So is that the key item that she's holding? Oh, no, this is a different key item. A picture taken fairly recently of Ada and John, and I do like the fact that she's just a side-mentioned character in Resident Evil 1, whose name is used as a passcode to get into the computers in the Umbrella Research Lab underneath the Spencer Mansion. Her hand-drawn portrait here on the top left, to be fair, it looks kind of weird. It looks kind of off. Obviously, I'd like to take a look. I'd like to compare it with the character art designs and everything that we have as well, and to see just how they shaped the character and how she changed throughout time. But I mean, okay, so let's actually take a look at this from what we can see. It is the same picture, but she's got a different hairstyle, and is wearing much more demure clothing when she's with Adam. So it's quite interesting to kind of see how the character's changed in concept and design. Alright, so she's going to be chasing after Sherry. Sherry has a habit of dropping things behind her, doesn't she? She's been dropping keys and hints and clues. Oop, okay, so you, my little friend. Let's go around you. And let's go around you. And let's go around you. Right, cool. A lot easier than all the dogs we had to do last time, right? So I'm guessing this way will take us to one key item, just like Sherry, and the other one will take us to another key item. So, yep, here we go. Shotgun shells for Leon. Is there anything else here of any use? No, this is where Sherry goes up and over there. So we are going to have to run past our little zombie friends to get to the weird room that can only be accessed if you... Okay, so is there a way around this without me getting myself bitten? I don't think so, actually. I was hoping it wouldn't follow me around this way. And then round, and then round again, and then round again. There we go. Zombies are very easy to outwit. Obviously, like, I don't have to save my ammo for any of this. We've got a switch disposal map. Which, you know, as fascinating as it is, I believe, yeah, this is the entire area just here. So, obviously Leon's going to be able to explore a little bit more of it, but, yeah, it's quite strange. Right, so we have to do exactly the same puzzle that Sherry did before. Which, yeah, you know, like, I get it, but it's also kind of weird that we have to do exactly the same puzzle that Sherry did before. Like, the chests aren't even in different places or anything like that. I'm sure they could have done a little bit more with this. I mean, what they did was absolutely amazing. Like, taking the game, flipping the script for it, and making you play through the game like a second time to get the full story. It's a fascinating way of doing it. I'm sure they could have done a little bit more with the puzzles, even just moving the boxes around or something to make things a little bit of a variation on the theme. That's the thing, like, I will be singing this game's praises, I will be going over like all the amazing, you know, technological achievements and design achievements they had, but also there are points where they could have done something better and something more interesting. And obviously when we look at the Resident Evil 2 remake and everything, we're going to see just how that worked out, like, you know, how they took this core idea and then played with it a bit. Alright, precinct keys. So, with the club key now, which means, okay, right, so if I can examine this, it's now going to be called the club key. Which, you know, doesn't really change a huge amount, and obviously it's, you know, it's also color coded. It could have just been called the green key. Okay, let's run, and let's run some more, and let's run a little bit. Ah, damn it. Almost made it. Almost made it. What I also find quite fascinating is how they would have had to get the voice actors to, you know, do the little audio voice cues for getting grabbed, getting attacked, getting, you know, stabbed, or even killed.
Can you hear me?
Ada, did you find anything?
Right here.
Did it kid you?
Hey, I can't reach the ventilation hole. I'm going to have to find another way around. I'll catch up with you later.
What? Ada, wait!
Nope. You get a call from her as well. Right, that's quite good. Yes, it even highlights the fact that she's used the C4 to blow up the hole that stopped us from getting any further on that wing of the police station. So not only do we have a key to take back with us, but we also know that that entire area is that area's been cleared up, so we can go take a look in there. Obviously we won't be able to open the Doom door just yet, I don't think, but we'll see what happens with that. Right, so let's put these back here. little bit. Where have I put my shotgun ammo? There we go. And I'm just going to use all three of these keys just now, just to, can I get them set in place, so I know I'm not going to have to worry about them later or anything. So can I make a clean run through once I have the final key, and I can unlock this little access way. The septic room, great way to get down to the sewers. Let's go through the septic thing, shall we? In a city that has been infested with a zombie outbreak. I mean, why wouldn't that sound like a great idea? Obviously we have no choice in where we put these keys. I mean, I'm sure we could have made more of a puzzle out of this, but all we really need to know is we need 4 keys to activate this door. Let's check. Nothing here. And double check. Nothing over here. Alright, cool. Again, one of the major issues is that some of the items are just invisible. You just cannot see them, so you just have to run around hammering the X button and hoping you pick something up. Which I guess encourages the players to kind of look around and explore and interact with the environment a little bit. Oof. Oh, that's no good. Oh, okay, yeah. I am poisoned. I am using that. That was a little bit cheeky, though. That was a little bit unfair. Ow! That too was a bit unfair, I think, but you know, there we go. Them's the breaks. It's been a little while since I've played, so I do have to get back into the swingy things, how the controls work, getting used to the tank controls, the slow turn rates. And again, that's a core part of the way this game works. Right, that takes us down to the prison cell, so the guy is not going to talk to us until we get him out of here, or guarantee his safety or whatever. So we'll go back down to the parking lot, and we can head back up to the station now that we've got the green key and a clear way to go through. I hear dogs. And I love the fact that we have clear audio cues. So I can hear one from the right, maybe? No? This way. Let's get this green herb. Whoop. Again, my tank control skills are a bit janky right now because I should have been able to dodge around that dog. And that's what a lot of this game is deciding whether you want to dodge around the characters, dodge around the monsters. Oh, look at that, going to go around the corner. Yeah, deciding whether you want to dodge around the monster or if you want to just, you know, use some precious ammunition. Okay, so this is apparently locked with a club key. And I do find it quite strange that, you know, you have a club key for, is it 3 doors in the precinct? Oh, hello, liquor. Right, no. Ooh, liquors. Ooh, even better. What do we have here? I have a red card key. Right, that's going to take me to that. No, you don't. Oh, my goodness. Am I going to die? Look at that. Look at that. Right, so I had my life completely wiped out by just a series of liquor strokes. It sounds sexier than it should, but genuinely that's how the game kind of stun locks you sometimes. It's very slow for you to fire, and these creatures can just keep swinging away at you, so that is where a lot of your life gets sapped, where you just get stuck in horrible little situations like that. So, you mean I don't need to use that right now? Ugh. Yep, I have to be right in front of this. Again, sometimes the detection areas around, like this sort of, what you might call hitboxes, around some locations, is a bit unreliable. You've got to put yourself in exactly the right position and be looking in exactly the right direction, which obviously we've fixed a lot. Ooh, magnum bullets. I do have the magnum pistol somewhere. Handgun bullets. Now that I know that I'm not going to be coming back at all as well, I think it's pretty good. Because I think, yep, I can get the machine gun, submachine gun. Look at that. So yeah, while Claire got the weird zapper thing, I've got this. Right, so I think that's everything. Quick look here, make sure there's nothing else. Hammer the keys, and make sure I'm not missing anything. So again, there's a grittiness in the design work here, which I quite like. And this does, you can definitely see the influences it had from the original, Resident Evil 1.5 design. So let's see what happens if we go around the corner here. Is this where we are supposed to go? Let's have a quick look here and see what we got. There's going to be, yeah, there's going to be dogs, and I could have saved that green herb for here. Oh, never mind, right. Okay, right, so. Don't want to risk having to reclaim all this. Above there. Let's head down this ladder and see where it'll take us. Hopefully somewhere with less dogs to eat our faces. Right, what do we got? What's this little save room, I think? Should be good. I can mix the green herb and red herb and I'll get myself some more healing. There we go. Get that little audio cue that lets you know that you are in a safe space. Otherwise known as the save room. Okay, so got the magnum there, so let's do this. Okay. I'm going to put the submachine gun in here for now. I want to save it for important times, boss fights and so on. I am doing quite a lot worse for health than I was as Claire. I seem to be doing quite a lot better with ammo, so I might want to start pulling out the big guns a little bit more often. There we go, right. Alright, let's see what we can see. Anything important here? Anything useful down this corridor? There's Claire, we went down here. Yep, and this is where we, lost Sherry, so, actually the only reason we come down here was for that red herb and, obviously the save room. And round, and woof! Nearly got a dog to the face there, but it's all good. Safe and happy now. Let's go here. Right, so I'm going to go back up and round. I'm going to use the club key on all these doors. Probably get the last plug that'll let us go through the septic tanks. Which is, of course, exactly where we want to go. Here we go. So, this is one of them. And I do like the fact that there are rooms where, you don't have to go in them at all, but they, provide extra items, extra ammunition, and it'd be, kind of silly not to try and explore. Oh, Mr. Zombie Man, are you going to wake up this time? Nope. Throat and abdomen torn out, and this is about the Watchman's Diary, which gives us a little bit more information about the old man that works in the scrapyard. His name is Thomas, and he really seems to have enjoyed chess. In fact, I'm pretty sure it even says it here. He went so far as to design a special key and lock engraved with chess pieces on them for one of the doors in the disposal yard. So, I haven't been feeling too good myself lately. So it took a while for this to spread, really. Which is why I'm a bit confused about the William Birkin situation, because if the disease is spreading because of Birkin being, shot and dropping the virus, shotgun shells, why is it taking like a month to spread, and what's he been doing down there in the sewers for a month? Nope, I am good. do definitely give you more than enough ink ribbons to save, but it's the fact that it is a limited resource. So same with the handgun bullets. You know, like I have more than enough handgun bullets. But the fact that they are limited makes them feel all the more precious, which makes us feel, okay, I'm not going to pick these up here, I'm going to pick them up on the way back, because clearly I have to come back here, because I need one more of those chest piece plugs. Right. So I'm going to equip this. There are no zombies here anymore, which is freaking me out a little bit. Did I open this? I must have already done it. Yep, see, unfortunately I can't exactly remember what I'm doing. So, I'll go out and round and we'll go to that room there. I believe that was the press conference room, if I remember correctly. So go to the press conference room, have a look there, see what we can see. Ooh, okay. Just one guy. I think he's the one I left all alone. I killed all the other ones with a shotgun blast. And just left this guy just straggling around by himself, wondering where all his friends are gone. I think I took out these guys. Open so anyway. Here we go, yep. And according to the map, I've already been in that room. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's where I got one of my keys. Yep, there we go. Key is useless now. Again, game mechanics, great idea. You know, emotion mechanics, not such a good idea. Let's German carriage. There's something on the wheel, like the Queen, King, Jack, and King and Jack. Queen, King, Jack. Nothing in that fax machine, so let's go here. If anything behind the podium, it's totally messed up, man. So again, this is the same puzzle that we had to solve before, exactly the same. So it's the Queen, the King, and the Jack, yeah? Queen, King, and the Jack. There we go. Sword. Does that look right? Oh, there we go. That's why that looks weird, because there's a turn about to come through. Let's go get this and run for our lives. Yeah, I know, because it's on the floor in front of you. Ah, get it, Leon. Get and run. Get and run. Yeah, I'm going to spend a lot of this time just running for my life. You can actually stop and fight him. And to be fair, if I had my Magnum on me, I would have probably stopped to fight him. Oh, alright. Oh, I was going to say I thought he... Oof! I was going to say I thought he came through that hole in the wall, but again, but no, he just makes a new hole. And just comes pummeling through that. Still a bit beaten up there. Let's go around. So, got a cogwheel. That cogwheel can be used upstairs. I still love the sound of that music. Like, it's just so open and atmospheric and haunting. Echoing sound accompanied by your echoing footsteps, it makes you feel alone, and I do love that sort of lonely survivor thing going on. Whoop, nope, bad liquor. Leave me alone. I'm going to keep going this way. And we're going to be heading on through to the recently exploded corridor that Claire managed to clear out for us. And I'm hoping I'm not going to be encountering too much more of that tyrant dude, but you know what I'm going to do? I've been saving my ammunition a bit too much. So put that there. There we go. Right. Just in case. Don't have any major fights going on right now. So, going to save here. Alright, so we do have the Tyrant that's been chasing us around a fair amount. And I know in the later remake, let's see, in set locations. I know in the remake they do change it around a fair amount where they make it so the Tyrant does kind of follow you around a bit. Oh, okay. There's another one here, isn't there? Alright. Oh, thank you. Goodbye. Nope. No. There we go. Right, so is the chief here? Do we have... No, we do not encounter the chief. But he has left his creepy diary. Of course. Nope, I can't even interact with that. So is the chief's diary exactly the same? It's all over. Those imbeciles from Umbrella have finally done it. Despite all their promises, they've ruined my town. Yes, frozen forever in the pose I choose to give her. Very creepy. Absolutely love it. Terrifying, and it's good that they're kind of stressing. That Tyrant punch was not it, guys. That was not helpful. That's sometimes the creepiest part of these sort of life or death, end of the world, zombie apocalypse situations. The scariest things are going to be the people. Their desperation, their... impression there's something creepy going on with this step down. Right, never mind. Their desperation, or the fact that they realize the rules no longer apply to them, so they can just do whatever they feel like. That's where the terror really comes in, when the actual system breaks down and people are free to do whatever nightmarish things they feel like doing. So what's going on here? Is there anything else in this room? No. It's a clean set of armor. Umbrella employees and their obsession with armor is very, very strange. Secretary's diary B again. Well, he thought he was going to hurt me. So again, they kind of painting the chief as a very creepy, sadistic monster. Got the crank right. So use the crank and the cogwheel together. We're going to use those in the bell tower, of course. Can I use my lighter? Let's try this. Nope, okay. So use here. Check something. If I turn this off, can I turn it off? Nope, I cannot. Right. So it's actually just a little trigger switch there, which you turn on, which then scares Sherry into running to Claire. But obviously, that's already happened. Okay. Wow, that doesn't seem to do anything. Oof. Okay, that did something. That did a lot, actually. That stopped him. 3 Magnum rounds. For which I get 8. Alright, you know what? I'd say fair trade, Mr. Tyrant. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Goodbye. I'd say that was a fair trade. I should probably do that more often, to be honest. I'm just trying to dodge around this guy. Next one, I'm just going to start opening fire. Yeah, and again, that's the choices that you're given. Whether or not to stand and fight, or to try and run for your life. Okay, so, like here, with these guys, Should I risk getting stun-locked by these liquor creatures? Woo! That did scare me, to be honest. That did actually scare me. Right, so we gotta go around here. We're gonna have to go around and then up through the library again, which is gonna take us to the clock tower, where we use our cogs and our cranks to gain access to the top of the clock tower. That's the weird thing. Why is this guy's chess-shaped piece, chess-piece shaped key, why is it in the top of the police station's clock tower? Like, is that not a strange place to have it? And I think it's going to be even stranger if I do play the arranged version, because the arranged version will have things in even weirder places. It doesn't really matter where they are. It's literally about the game, the flow of the gameplay. Like, because you have to go to this area to get this key. Like, when you look at it on a flow graph, it is very simple in the way that it's been laid out. But obviously what they have to do is kind of have nodes and points for you to get from one location to the other, and provide the right amount of challenge from one place to the next, giving you time to have a break in between them. So seems to be broken. Okay, weird. Right, so do I just use the crank here? Alright, sorry, I thought I put the cog there and then use the crank, but nope, it's the other way around. Okay, use the square crank once, and that's it. You never use it again. You never see the thing again. Which is kind of fascinating, since it was such a core key item, the square crank and the hex crank in Resident Evil 1, which I found quite funny. Right, and I put the cog there, push the switch, which opens up the door, which gives us access to this weird little chute, which gives us the night bug. Right. You know, I don't think Claire had that as an option. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna jump down this chute. Where the hell do I end up? I'm glad that I can bypass the entirety of the police. Oh. Okay, cool. Ah, Mr. Birkin. I see what you did there. I do love the sound effects they have for this. The very organic, squishy noises that eyeball is rotating around in the upper arm there. Yeah, we've got the film there, but I do not want to have to go all the way back into the station just to process it, so... yeah, give me a sec now. Oof, I mean, you managed to get up after that, jeez. Aww. He's just saying words now. Get that scum. Make him pay. Oh no. Let's read the mail to the chief. To Mr. Brian Irons, Chief of the Raccoon Police Department, we have lost the Mansionlab facility due to the actions of the renegade operative Albert Wesker. Fortunately, his interference will have no lasting effects upon our continued virus research. Our only present concern is the presence of the remaining STARS members, Redfield, Valentine, Burton, Chambers, and Vickers. So yeah, there were only 5 of them left, so I'm pretty sure that desk was probably Vickers, which may be hinting that Rebecca Chambers and Brad Vickers were dating. I'm not too sure. Jill Valentine has her own boyfriend. There's a photo of it on the counter. Chris Redfield, he's got his sister as a connection there. And Barry Burton, he's got his 2 daughters and his wife, and there's photos of them up on the wall. So there is some sort of background there, but I like we don't really learn anything else about Brad Vickers. And to be honest, he does turn up as a zombie, as a secret zombie, if you play your cards right when you get to the beginning part of the game. Which of course is supposed to be a secret, but if you get through it without picking up any items whatsoever, when you turn up to the entrance of the police station, go underneath that weird little path that doesn't seem to have anything else to do in it. He's actually roaming around there, and you can go and shoot him, and you receive a key which gives you access to special clothing, outfits and stuff like that. It's what I liked about this period of gaming, where you had to do secret challenges and tasks to get these extra outfits and these extra weapons and stuff. Now you just pay extra money to have the extra content, which means that there's no challenge, and I don't think there's any real value in owning those, apart from, like being like, hey, yeah, cool, I've got a pretty outfit, which no one else is going to see unless you're streaming, right? So yeah, I think it's just interesting how much it's changed. But anyway, so if it comes to the Light of the Stars, have any evidence as to the activities of our research, dispose of them in such a manner that would appear to be purely accidental, continue to monitor their progression, and make certain that their knowledge does not go public. Annette will continue to be your contact throughout this affair. William Birkin. I've deposited the amount of $10,000 to the account for your services as this term as per agreement. The development of the G-Virus rescheduled to replace the T-Virus is near completion. Once completed, I'm certain that I will be appointed to be a member of the executive board for Umbrella Inc. It's imperative that we proceed with extreme caution. Redfield and the remaining STARS members are still attempting to uncover information on the project. Continue to monitor their activities and block all attempts to investigate the underground research facility. We have a problem. I have received information informing me that Umbrella HQ has sent spies to recover my research of the G-Virus. There are an unknown number of agents involved, and they must not be allowed to take this project away from me, as it represents my entire life's work. Search the city thoroughly for any suspicious persons. Detain any such individuals by whatever means deemed necessary, and contact me immediately through Annette. With these precautions, any possible threat should be eliminated. I will not allow anyone to steal my work on the G-Virus, not even Umbrella. So once again, you can see that the corporation, is betrayed by the people that work inside of it.
To the chemical plant. I have a feeling that's where I found John.
Ada, wait. Hey!
So why does she have a feeling now that she's going to find John there? Right? It's a bit weird, right?
Are you crazy? The streets are still crawling with zombies. Claire! Wait! Man, why doesn't anyone ever listen to me?
You're too much of a nice guy, Leon. No one listens to you. A miserable death. A miserable death with no loot drops or anything. What the hell? Yep. Nothing else of interest here. Let's get going. Right, so he gets taken out by William Birkin, and Ada runs off to the chemical plant. I'm not too sure, to be fair, why she hasn't explored that area already. Yeah, I'm not going to pick up that film. I'm not going to develop the film, I'll just pick it up. So I know that I picked it up. And we'll keep going. Right. So let's head through here. Check the map here. So that side room is actually the way down. Yeah, right, so I'm going to go through there. Just going to take us down through the sewer system to the septic plant location. And we can finally use the final the final night key. It's going to get us through there. Okay, so let's try not to get pinned by this guy this time. And let's see if we can just do around this guy. There we go. See, it's so much easier on the way that way through. The other way you get surprised by, blindsiding by both of the spiders there. Right, this is a little save room. We're going to stop in here and drop off some of our weapons and items. So now I haven't actually had a reason to use my handgun in quite a while. And look at that, I've got over 100 bullets for my handgun. Which is a bit excessive, you have to agree. I'm going to drop this item off as well, this film reel thing here. See, yeah, look at that eye. I'm going to take that with me. I have, like, no health, like, packs, no first aid kits, no green, see, I was going to pick up those green herbs on the way, but I got shortcutted all the way through. Sneaky. Alright, never mind. Right, so let's put in this last plug. Oh, hello there. He still looks human here, so this is before the girls encounter him. Can't see him still got his name tag. Right, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. Gonna try one more shot, and if that doesn't work, woo! Nice. Oh. And just well, he's gone forever, and I'm sure we'll never have to worry about him again. I do like, again, how we have an audio cue there that, what am I doing? That lets us know that the boss has been defeated, which is a good way to help us, save ammunition and also not panic too much. The fact that he's still stumbling around the room is quite terrifying, because you already might kind of take like a couple of final swipes at you. Oop. There it is, falling out of the ceiling again.
What was that all about? Running off like that was reckless and stupid.
Oop, pissed off Leon.
Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got there.
I was there, Leon, and
Look, as an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
alright. We'll do this your way, Leon.
For now. So sassy. Right. Okay, cool. So we've got both of them there. We've got both of their little portraits that appear to be suspended on with little pillars on the left there. I do like the sort of almost unnecessary high-tech layout that we have for our menu system here, but that's interesting. It's a weird way of doing it, but again, gives us that sort of futuristic technology feel. So again, we have another person to protect here, which means if we run into any zombies or any monsters, we're going to have to be more worried about them than we are about ourselves, because escort missions, especially during this period of gaming, were terrible. Blue herbs. Not promising, not great, to be honest. So these blue herbs will be here to stop us from getting, well, they'll help cure the poison condition, which is a bit concerning because that means that we can get some poison enemies. That is the only reason, the only in-game reason they would have for giving us these items. So, looking at that. Anything in there? Yep, it's still good. Let's keep going. Let's cut these off and we'll add these to a little pile of herbs down here. Now we're doing okay. I'll leave that piece of paper on the table. First and third Wednesdays of the month, Angelica Margaret, Chief of Maintenance, will make use of the facilities. Be sure to reduce the moisture levels in the facility by activating the fan, as your equipment that she'll be using is susceptible to the effects of water vapors. On the 28th of every month, chemical transporter Don Weller will use the facility. The chemicals he will be transporting are extremely volatile. Extreme caution should be observed throughout their transport. The 6th and the 16th of every month, Police Chief Brian Irons will visit the facility to attend at the regular meetings that take place in the lab. It's strange how the numbers they choose to use are 6 and 16. 616 being the actual number of the beast. So, I don't know if we've got some more religious connotations going on there. On the 4th Friday of every other month, William Birkin will use the facility to conduct a training seminar for the Chicago branch of the Umbrella Inc. As the probability of an attack upon Dr. Birkin will be high, take every measure conceivable to guard his life. You will be informed of all other potential visitors and times they arrive as needed. Guide these individuals to their destination safely. We expect nothing but the best from you. So I wonder how people actually trying to treat actual sewer work here. Like, are they all employed by Umbrella? Also, so for the Umbrella branch of the Umbrella Inc., so is that different to this one? Because I don't actually know where Raccoon City is. I don't know what state it's supposed to be in. Let's see, we've got a locker with apparently nothing in it. Let's see if I can move it. Nope. Oh, there is something here. Handgun bullets, of course, which we will surely be using a lot of. Yeah, way too much ammo. Way too much ammo here. Yes, I'm a nerd. Thank you very much. I am a time. You're right. I gotta play my nerdy games. It's what I do. So let's get it down here. Can we open up any of these lockers? Yes. First aid tray. Cool. Well, it's something. I'm going to try not to use it, otherwise it's going to mess up my rankings, of course. Let's head on down. Up, and here we've got a net. And of course Ada's running off all by herself again. Ugh. I'll just stay here. He's lost consciousness due to shock from the bullet wound. The wound does not seem to be mortal. He'll be fine. I'm off to go talk to that nice lady. Now don't get me wrong, I do love the sections where you actually control a completely different character in this, and I like that it mixes it up a little bit. It means that you just get to experience the session without worrying about ammo resource and ammo conservation stuff like that. So, not yet. Let me just have a quick look here. Too dark to see what's inside, and yeah, I've got these corpses here. Hold something, but I don't need it right now, which means I can leave it for Leon. And I see spiders. Don't you poop on me? Don't you dare? There we go. Right. The spiders have an unfortunate habit of peeing. Yes, Nate, I did know it was you. I'm thinking that. I'm surprised you didn't call yourself actually Mustang. Ah, roaches. You still have to come around at some point, dude. I haven't seen you since you came back from America. Eve says hi, by the way. It's just Nate.
Hi.
Eve's playing a completely different nerdy game right next to me. Oh wow, this entire section. I mean, this was near the end where we had to, like, raise and lower the bridge.
One of the men from Chicago who came to assist with 2 hours research used his girlfriend's name as his password. How did you know?
It's from Chicago.
I'm not broken. My husband was the man responsible for the creation of the 2 hours. William Burton. What? John is dead. He became one of those zombies. Like little horses. And they are very breathless. We will be joining them shortly.
As a zombie.
Genius. It's capable of creating ultimate bioweapon. Its potential is even greater than that of the T-virus. Then that must mean the creature in the police department is, to say so, my husband Wayne. And it's all been merciful. None of this would have happened if I hadn't tried to steal his research away from him. Where did you get that? That's exactly the one I gave Shane. She dropped it. I've been holding on to it for a while. Laura, give it back to me.
Yay, cat fight. Okay, well, like, too bad. Like husband, like wife, I guess, just getting thrown over a railing. I'm sure we'll never see her again. And it says we should make plans for next weekend or something. Will do, dude. Okay, so I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. He's holding something, but I don't need it. And there's a report there, but I don't need it. There's a corpse over there, and I don't need it. And there's a bridge over here. Do I need this? I guess I need this bridge. So what am I doing here? I'm going down the ladder, I guess. It's at this point that Leon wakes up. Okay, so you get a little chompity chomp from a zombie, and you're staggering everywhere. Take a bullet to the chest, and you are A-OK. No problem at all. I do love how game damage really affects things here. Right, so this is the other save. No, is this the same save room? No, this is the other save room on the other side. With a bunch of healing herbs, which I'm definitely going to pick up because I definitely need all of those. I have absolutely no health items, which is insane. Alright, let's grab all these and keep going. So let's drop off all these herbs for now. And put these here. There we go. Wait. Gonna give myself some more ammunition just from my big old Colt. Oh no, it's not a Colt, isn't it? It's a Desert Eagle. There we go. I don't think, as Claire, I don't think you actually got to, yeah, alright, cool. Can you look inside of the old locker? I don't think as Claire you actually got to explore both of the save rooms, which is interesting. More handgun bullets. My god. Spitting out these handgun bullets like candy, right. So from here. Yeah, night dude, sorry, it is really late. Yeah, I do these sessions quite late to be fair, so I can't think of a single reason why I need to be here. I think they're both here. Yay, right. They're floating, which means they're dead. That's how this works, right? Okay, so I'm gonna have a quick look up here. I generally can't remember if I have to go back this way or if there's just something I should be looking for around here. because this is where Claire and Sherry were, and it's where they encountered William Birkin, the creepy monster man. I guess I'll go down the ladder. I get the feeling I'm just going to be running like a big old loop here, but yeah, because this is the Doom thing. Yeah, it's going to take me back up to the station, and I don't really think I need anything on there. So let's head on back. This is where the weird yeah, very cool. Yep. So there's genuinely no reason for me to come here. You know what, there might be some items in that creepy dungeon thing, so right. Yep, sorry guys, I am going to go back. I do want to explore this a little more thoroughly. I did want to get a slightly better rating, just for my own satisfaction, but I think we still need to kind of try and explore every nook and cranny if we could, and take a look and see what we can find, see where all the secrets are. Yeah, so we've got this creepy dead guy, something that's burst out from inside of Chief Irons. I thought it would have been good if we had like a bit more of a reaction out of Leon, because he must have at least spoken to Chief Irons over the phone or something, or at least known who he was. I guess. I mean, too bad, I don't know. He might not have actually known about him in person. Disturbing stuff. I love the descriptions here. Stuff that is disturbing. I did point out last time that some of the jars quite literally just have question marks in them, like the designers didn't even know what they were going to put in them. So there's just slightly distorted question marks. Right from the looks of things, there's genuinely no reason for Leon to be here, just the fact that they've got these rooms that have been open. Could I take the time? Have I explored the entire precinct? Yep. It is a long way back, and it's going through a bunch of stuff that I really don't want to have to go through again. Just to develop that film, which I've already developed as Claire. So I like the fact that it does show that the thing's been that puzzle has been solved already, so it kind of shows, that's been solved, which is what opened up the door of doom. It takes you down into Chief Irons' sexy little sex dungeon, disturbing little sex dungeon. And I like the fact that in a setting with zombies and monsters and creatures with eyeballs coming out of their arms, the most disturbing thing is a police officer. So life imitates art, right? Or the other way around. I never quite figured that one out. So let's head back down. We're going to go all the way back down to the sewers and go back the other way. Obviously we are going to have to explore and examine the bodies that Ada found, and see if we can get... I don't know if we need those two key items again. I'm guessing we will, since it looked like she could see the eagle medallion, so I'm guessing we're going to need the eagle medallion and the wolf medallion again. And that was a very, very long backtrack, which I really did not need to do. Oh, you are alive. You should not be alive. Oh yeah, no, you should be alive. I didn't shoot you. I trying to make you alive. I say alive, but that's kind of mean. From what I've seen in the clips of Requiem, I'm trying to avoid learning too much about the game, but like from what I've seen already, it does seem like the zombies are a bit different in that one, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that kind of pans out, because it sounds pretty cool. But again, like these are based on the original classic Romero zombies. The slow-moving, brainless, shambling creatures that just hunger for human flesh for some reason. The metaphor there is pretty on the nose. We are a society that is full of consumerists. It's about us devouring each other and having that eternal hunger. I hear the clippity-clop of spider feet. what do we have here? Wolf medallion, and then to get the... Oh, now I've got something else here. A small key. Now, I've still got that other small key, which I still have not found a reason to use just yet, so... There we go. There's our little spidery friends. Is it too dark to examine these corpses? Yep, it's too dark to examine the corpses. So I'm thinking, yeah, we're going to have to use both the wolf medallion and the... Oh, cheeky little piss. That was ridiculously cheeky. Immediately starts shooting spider whiz at me. Eh? And up we get. There we go. Through these big iron doors. So these little pots are actually really quite interesting, because you don't pick up the... Oof, alright, how do we do this? Ah, crap, I got it all the way back again. See, this is where you lose time, just through the busybody running back and forth. Because I should have remembered that I was going to need that valve handle. So I'm going to have to go back to the save room, get the valve handle. Whoop. Let's try not to get munched by a spider in the meantime. Yeah, so I'm going to go back here. So it means I can drop off... am I going to need it? Yeah. It means I can drop off the small key, which I still haven't found a use for the other one yet. Whoop. Again, the depth perception there. Sometimes the camera angles just don't work quite right. You've got a weird range of depth there. Right, here we go, up and around. As you do, there we go. How's your game going afternoon? Did you get? Right. Hay fever season is hitting everybody pretty hard this year, apparently. My eyes have been going nuts. My wife's been struggling quite a bit as well, so everybody stock up on the antihistamines, and remember, just because they have a branded name does not make them any better, or at the very least, do not make them 7 times more effective, alright? So instead of getting them for £7, just get them for £1. Anyway, I shouldn't be lecturing you guys about this Resident Evil game. Yeah, in fact, you know what, yeah, do not buy into Big Pharma. They are all basically umbrella. I mean, yes, please use medicine. Please, for the love of God, use medicine. Alright? Scientists have done the good research. Just don't buy into the big pharma ideal of buying branded medicine because it somehow makes it even better. Ooh, that is a lot of piss. Yep. Right, so we should be getting... Yeah, so after this takes us to the actual facility. Yeah, we might have a couple of boss encounters, but we get to the facility and should be plain sailing from there, right? Ready, so we lower this down, we go across there. There's some green herbs there we can pick up, which obviously I'm going to be taking because we are so redonkulously low on herbs. Okay. And there's some shotgun shells there as well. And again, because I'm dodging around the monsters so much, I haven't even used the... Okay, I've used those 4 shotgun blasts to take out William Birkin, and I haven't used any more since, so it just goes to show how much you actually do need, ammunition-wise. Save room. Ominous save room. Ominous save location. Right, so Ooh, is this where I have some trouble? Right, the alligator's head was blown clean off, right? So I shouldn't have unless it's is there another alligator that I have to fight here? I hope not. Ada! Look how she looks so unbothered. Oh! Oh, she's helpful in some way. I've been running around for like... Alright, so we get out of here and we go across the bridge. I've been running around for a good 20 minutes just kind of bleeding out real slow. And to be quite fair, look at that patch job. It's terrible, terrible workmanship. I'm still bleeding out through the damn thing. It didn't really do much. Anyway, right, so let's get this medallion from this poor bugger here. Corpse, Seward. Yeah, but he wasn't. He was an umbrella agent. 200 diary. Yep, let's fight on. What's up with him anyway? Chief Irons has been rotating the lab quite a lot lately. After all he's done for this town, he doesn't deserve this. I rarely drink because I'm on the graveyard shift, but I don't suppose I have much to complain about since this is how I make my living. That's the thing, so yeah, I tried to joke with him, cheer him up, but he wasn't amused. He pulled his gun and threatened to shoot me. Yep, sounds like a police officer to me. Right, so we have the 2 coins. And yep, so we can just turn on this thing here and we'll go through the roach-infested tunnel, pop out the other side, go around the corner, and then turn off the water. If we really want, we could go back and raid the bodies of the soldiers, but genuinely I think I have a lot of ammunition right now. I know I'm going to have some big heavy hitter bosses to go up against later. Oh, okay, no roaches this time. Weird. Apparently they're like bothering Cherry and Ada. Okay, come on then. Let's keep going. Oh. Hello, Mr. Zombie Man, who I can push out the way. That's not a good sign. Let's go. Come on, Ada. So, when it comes to the zombies attacking Ada, they will vomit. I don't think they actually grab her because that would mean they'd have to add a whole bunch of different conditions. Not only like the non-player entity interacting with another non-player entity, but also in the fact that like you should be able to then perhaps shoot the zombie to stop them from biting her, that sort of thing. And I don't think they really had enough technology to really play with those conditions. Big thump. Big scary thumpy noise. Alright, I think, to be quite honest, once I get to the lab, I'll probably end this here and see if we can continue a bit later. So is this where we get... Oh, right, so we gotta call the thing back. So call the Skytram back. I mean, underground Skytram thing. Tunnel tram. There we go. Again, this place just, it feels like it should be a boss fight arena, but it's not. It's very weird to me. Very strange. Maybe they planned one there originally. Oh, you know what? We didn't even see the inside of this last time. I don't think. Yeah, I think when we came on as Sherry and... Oh, okay, there we go. Boss fight. I genuinely don't know if this is actually doing anything to him. Okay. Ada gets a good shot there and shoots off one of his fingers. Where did he go from there? I guess he just jumped off, you know. He's gotten so used to falling now, I'm pretty sure he doesn't suffer any fall damage. So, very small little, I'd like to call it a boss encounter, but it's not really, it's more like whack-a-mole, really. Inverted whack-a-mole, where things are coming out of the ceiling and trying to punch you, and you just have to shoot at them. Flare gun, I need something to ignite it. Again, why? I don't understand that. I don't understand why there's a flare gun in a tunnel underground. Like, who are they signaling? And game-wise, what is the use of it? It's really weird. Wait, okay, hold on. Actually, wait, I have something to ignite it. I've got my lighter. I'm going to fire that flare gun, and I'm going to see what happens. And yes, I did hear the zombies in those rooms, so... right, so I do have a lighter. There we go. Very cool. Oh, okay, cool. I mean, it is still absolutely pointless, but I love that. What's that give me? Ah, weapon box key. Alright, awesome. Okay. Shall put that to good use sometime soon. As soon as I find the weapon box key. I think that might be the weird box that I didn't have the key for last time. Right, let's just make sure I've got some ammo in my shotgun. Don't want to be firing blanks at any of these zombies. Yes, Ada, kill him. Good girl, thank you. Oh. Nope, I see you there. I see you. Don't you dare. Ooh, shotgun parts. Yeah, I thought that they were weapon upgrades for these things, but... There we go, look at now I've got a good... Look at that. Semi-automatic. The longer barrel results in more concentrated blasts. Right, love that. And I like the fact that you can sort of upgrade your things, but there doesn't seem to be much of a balance there, but... This isn't about like sort of weapon balance or anything like that. It's literally just, hey, by the way, your shotgun's a lot more powerful now. Which, again, I take as absolute win. Absolute win. It means that you get to keep the ammunition that you had before without having to change it out for like a whole new weapon or anything. Let's see. Let's put it to use. Look at that. All three of them down. Come on, Ada. Ada, do your thing. Ada. Yay! That NPC is being helpful. Okay, right. So let's wait up. This way around. There we go. More herbs. Definitely what we need. I've already still got 2 blue herbs. I'm going to leave that one there. I don't think I'm actually going to need it. And I think I'm coming up to a save room here. Without the save room music.
If I'm right, there must be something hidden here.
Alrighty. So to be fair, I am coming up on my deadline now, so I'm going to drop off this stuff in the inventory box. I'm going to save. I'm going to save here. And I'm going to call it a night for now. There we go. Right, so I'm going to save here, guys. I'm going to call it a night for now. Yep, take the ink ribbons. And I'm going to have a bit of think on how we're approaching this, and I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. I'm looking at maybe doing the streams a little bit earlier. Just make it a bit more accessible for people. It also means so I don't, stay up until like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'll change the schedule around a little bit, and I will get back to you guys very soon. But yep, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye.